Hey guys, it's Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So it is Monday morning, it is the 19th of August and we're jumping straight in today with the daily crypto dive. And this is where I bring you a broader perspective on the crypto market. So we're going to move straight over to the Fear and Greed Index, and we're currently sitting with our new update for today, sitting at 28 fear. This is better than last week where we were sitting at a 25 being in extreme fear. Yesterday was sitting at 31 fear. So this is a really good point for everybody at this moment in time, because your brain is going to be telling you panic. But the smarter side of you is going to be saying dollar cost average into different positions where and whenever you can, utilizing your dry powder reserves. So let's move over and get another update quickly before we dive into these articles. And defense stocks like Lockheed Martin are still sitting at all-time highs with their close on Friday. It's looking like a substantial week for the stock market under the current economic circumstances that are unfolding on a global scale. So alongside this, we are seeing the S&P 500 trying to move upwards. We've got the Dow Jones up, Nasdaq's up. Crude oil is also trying to push upwards, and gold is still pushing an all-time high, as we can see here on the chart. So what we're going to do is move over to the first article we've got here, which is one of 11 we're going to be going through, and it's China to lift its Bitcoin ban. China is reportedly on the verge of lifting its Bitcoin ban and other cryptocurrencies as well, with various sources indicating this policy shift could happen in the next few days to months. This news follows China's efforts to revise its anti-money laundering regulations to include cryptocurrency transactions, signaling a move towards integrating digital assets into its financial system. So this is a pretty substantial move coming from a very substantial country when it comes down to money, resources, and people who could possibly be getting involved in crypto. And with that ban being pretty broad, it's going to lead to a huge influx if it is in fact lifted. So this is a really good way to start Monday morning. So we're going to move over to the next article here, being the spot Ethereum ETFs experiencing a $39 million net outflow. And this net outflow is actually coming specifically from the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. And as stated here, it continued to experience outflows with $42.52 million exiting the fund. According to the data from SoSo it was the only spot Ethereum ETF to report outflows on Thursday. So a little bit of good news there, a little bit of negative news, but looking at this from a broader perspective, it's specifically talking just about the Grayscale Trust. And we need to understand that these ETFs could be good and they could be bad. We haven't seen much data from them, and we've not seen any real effect for us to try and gauge and garner what this is possibly all going to lead to. So let's keep it moving here. And if you live in the United States, you would know quite well that the United States Marshal Service, as we've covered here previously on the channel, is the people who are responsible for moving, selling, holding any confiscated crypto. So Scott Johnson here is stating that the US Marshal Service is almost certainly selling Silk Road Bitcoin. Alongside this Bitcoin, they hold more than 100 other cryptocurrencies, which we could possibly see selling pressure from in the future. So let's move over to this other article, which pertains to more of these coins that the US government holds. And like I said, the US Marshal Service are going to be responsible for anything these coins do. So the US government actually holds more than 100 digital assets worth 12.43 billion at the time of writing, sitting at around 54.89 billion. So we probably could see a substantial amount of selling pressure coming in for Shiba Inu, and this is being compared to some of the bigger whales in their space possibly selling. So if you are part of the Shiba Inu community, do be aware of this situation playing out. So let's keep it moving here and let's take a look at this Solana news. And what we're actually seeing is the Solana ETF applications allegedly being withdrawn. drawn. According to crypto journalist Summers, the 19B4 forms for the Solana ETF owned by Van Eck and 21 shares appear to have been removed from the CBOE's website. The documents in question are no longer accessible via direct links and no longer appear on the BZX pending rules change list. Another interesting point is that both applications were filed on July 8th, but the SEC never issued a notice of filing for them. So do bear that in mind. I think the Solana ecosystem is very strong, and I do not think that the whole crypto narrative is reliant on ETFs. And I feel like this ETF thing is becoming the next kind of burn news, as it would be in the crypto sector. But with crypto being crypto and narratives being narratives, we're going to continue to see more news surrounding these ETFs and other possible listings we may see in the future. So with that being said, we will move over to the next article, which is relevant to what we were just going through, which is the XRP ETF hopes and Wells Fargo boost. And the likelihood of an XRP ETF is pretty much based on the conclusion of the long-running case between Ripple and the SEC, which we've covered here on the channel. Looking very forward to the next 23 days and hoping that there's not going to be an appeal from the SEC. So Wells Fargo, an American multinational financial services company, plans to implement XRP for loan payments and settling credit card debts. The development reinforces plans by traditional banks to implement digital currencies. Wells Fargo's XRP program will allow customers to earn cashback rewards executed on the XRP ledger system called Crypto Trading Fund CTF. So this is really good news. I'm dropping a video today on XRP, so keep an eye out to it. It's very relevant to what's going on here and some very bullish news for those of you who are holders of that specific coin. So next we've got something coming from MetaMask, and I think this is one of the more substantial things that have happened in the past few days. And this is MetaMask introducing their own bank card. And this is going to be pilot launched in the UK and the EU. So if you're part of those two jurisdictions, you're going to be very happy to get your hands on one of these. I know I am. I'll definitely be doing a video introducing it and unboxing it or unpacking it or whatever. I think this is a really, really good positive step in a direction crypto really struggles in, which is trying to find some kind of on-ramp which you can use and utilize in a decentralized manner. So next up, we've got some more news that we've been talking about recently here on the channel, specifically the last daily crypto update. And we were talking about how the housing market is currently struggling. And what we're seeing is mortgage rates falling ahead of that Fed rate cut. So the low supply of homes for sale as a result of the pandemic era interest rate fluctuations has kept home prices sky high. The 30-year fixed rate mortgage in the US fell to 6.47% by August 8th, according to data from St. Louis Federal Reserve. So this is really good considering we have got those Fed rate cuts coming in the future. And moving over to the next article here, coming into the end of this video, we've got Dubai legalizing crypto for salary payments, another huge move for crypto towards that global adoption narrative. The Dubai Court of First Instance has legally recognized cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, as a valid form of salary payment under employment contracts, with the landmark ruling in case number 1739 of 2004. This decision marks a significant shift in the legal status of cryptocurrencies in Dubai, now allowing employers to pay wages in digital currencies. This is a substantial move for crypto in the general direction of broader adoption. And this is what we're all looking forward to. This is really why we all got involved. And this is why getting involved early is important. So the next article is in reference to these rate cuts that are going to be coming in that previous article. And the September rate cut likelihoods have possibly changed. The probability of a 25 basis point rate cut remained at a high rate of 75%, while the probability of a more aggressive 50 basis point cut decreased to 25%. The change in forecast comes after the latest inflation data revealed the slowest annual price increases since March 2021. While this positive development gave economists confidence in a September rate cut, it has also sparked a debate about the potential size of that cut. So we'll have to see what happens in September. Hopefully it's going to be positive, because historically, going off of previous bull cycle data, this is around the time when we would see things possibly begin to move upwards. So going on to the last article here of the daily crypto dive is a $1 million cryptocurrency lawsuit filed against Google. And I thought this was pretty funny just to throw in the end here that this is a thing, it's happening, and it's all down to malicious apps being accepted onto the Android store. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this daily crypto dive. I hope you join us again tomorrow for the next installment, and I hope you subscribe to keep coming back. If you could drop a like on the way out, I'd really appreciate it. And aside that, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.